Alrighty. I'm Brian Dean and I am the health and wellness instructor. So welcome to my virtual class. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to. Just to give you a little background information about myself. I am a certified teacher and personal trainer. I've been working with UIC for the last 15 years. Typically, I would be the guy to come in and give you all a mental break from all your rigorous class activities, and we would play badminton and basketball and softball and volleyball and a host of different non-traditional sports like badminton, and we do bowling outings and everything. But to still make it beneficial to you all, we are going to do it as a fitness component this year. Eventually I'm going to upload some videos and you all will have access to these videos. You can pull them up anytime. So each week I'll do a host of a series of videos, about 4 different ones. Today what we're going to be doing is everyone should receive resistance bands from the Chance Department. Deloitte was generous enough to give out $2,500 worth of bands to everyone. So if you want to join me during this session, that would be great. If you don't have your bands yet, just contact the Chance office and I'll make sure that they get them all out to you all. The difference, what we're going to do is I will be in the gym, but because of COVID, all the gyms are closed, so I'll be doing videos, and this portion right here today I'm just doing in my front yard. So if you have any questions at the end, feel free to write them down. I'll be happy to answer them. I'm also going to open a discussion board for questions to see what things you like, what things you're interested in, what things you would like to see in the future, and I'll try and make it as interactive as possible. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to break into some different body parts. We're going to start with some core training. So that focuses on your stomach muscles and your lower back muscles, and then we'll break that up, and then I'll go into some upper body exercises, and then after that we'll do some lower body. So we have a simple tool that we can use, and then the majority of my videos will be based on just body weight training and Pilates and yoga type moves. So I'll get started with that right there. So here is our therapeutic band. We're going to begin with some core exercises. So I have a yoga mat here, and I'm going to start out on the ground, and then for the second part, then I'll be doing some standing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the band, I'm going to hold it about shoulder width apart, and I'm going to put my feet in a chair position when I lay on my back, and then I'm going to move my arms up and down. You want to pull the band a little bit so you can get that resistance, because anytime you're using your upper body, it's also making you tighten your abdominal muscles, okay? So I'm going to be on my back. This is called a chair position. I'm going to hold the band, and then I'm going to move it up and down for about 20 seconds. So up and down. When you're doing these exercises, you always want to blow out on the hard part, okay? And you want to suck your belly button into your spine as tight as you possibly can. So even if you don't have a band, you can use a towel for these core exercises, and you would get similar benefit. So about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Relax. Now, a progression of that exercise is to make it harder. So anytime you're raising your legs, you're really focusing on your lower abdominal muscles, and those are typically the hardest muscles to train in your body. Okay, women have a little bit more essential fat because they can have babies. So this is a great target area for people who consult personal trainers like myself. So this time I'm going to take my legs, I'm going to hold them together, spread them above my head. I'm going to grab the therapeutic band, and I'm going to move it up and down. Who's the director? 3, 4, 5, 6, really focus on that band. 8, 9, 10, halfway there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Now I'm doing about 30-second intervals. Of course, depending on your fitness level, you can take it for 45 seconds or a minute, or even if 30 seconds is a lot for you, you can do as much as you can, take a small pause, and then go back to doing it to try and achieve the whole 30 seconds. If you really feel that in your core, you can stretch those muscles out by rolling over and pushing up. And then relax. Okay, now we're gonna add a little bit of resistance with the band. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the band, and when I put it around my feet, you wanna put it under the arch of your shoes. What this does is it prohibits the band from slipping off your toes or slipping off of your heels, okay? So when I grab the band, I'm gonna lay back, I'm gonna tuck my elbows into the mat here, and then I'm going to slowly lower my feet, okay? So, lower, and then up. So people who don't like to do sit-ups but want their stomachs tight, these are great exercises for that. If your neck is uncomfortable at any time, you can put a pillow under your neck, or you can lay your head flat back on the floor. That's halfway. Remember to focus on your breathing. You always want to blow out during the hard part. Three more. 8. 9. And 10. All right. Now when you're doing those exercises, if you can't get your feet close to the ground, perfectly fine. Just do what your body allows you to do. So if you can only drop them this far, or if you can't get them all the way down, do what works for you. And then eventually challenge yourself so that you can get more range of motion, okay? Now, the progression of that exercise is, when I did that, my elbows were tight on the mat. This time I'm gonna hold it up above my head, and that's also gonna give you a little bit of an upper body workout as well, okay? So we're gonna do 10 of those. So again, take your band, put them under the arches of your feet. Now my arms are up in the air, and I'm gonna repeat that exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, halfway, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Take a nice deep breath. Let those core muscles relax. When I initially started doing this with UIC, the design was to show people how to work out if they didn't have a lot of tools or if they didn't have much space. So for those students who couldn't go to the rec center, you just need a simple tool like this, and you can get a full body workout in your dorm room. So that's kind of how this has evolved. And then eventually we got into sports, and then we would incorporate both sports and fitness. So now we focused on those lower abdominal muscles. Now we're gonna focus on the oblique muscles. Those are the ones that are on the sides of your stomach. So what we have to do is we have to take it into different planes. So I'm gonna do like a half circle, then come back to the midline, and then I'm gonna take a half circle in the other direction back to the midline. So we're gonna do 5 in each direction, okay? So I'm gonna grab my band again, wrap it around my feet. Then I'm gonna tuck those elbows in again to the mat. And half circle. And back up top. 1. Then I'm gonna go in the other direction. Nice and slow, controlled movements. 4. Halfway. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. So now we've addressed the lower abs. We've also done the oblique muscles. And there's different type of training that you should do. You should do aerobic, which really gets your heart going. But strength training is the best type of training because it burns more body fat. Okay, we want to make our workouts work for us. Sometimes when we're amateurs and we begin to work out, we work at an intensity that's too high, and that does not allow body fat to get caught up in the process. So you want to do things at a moderate intensity, okay? So what we're going to do lastly for our abdominal warm-up is we're going to do an isometric exercise. So that means you're just going to hold it. So you're going to take the band, put it underneath the arches of your feet. I'm going to hold it in nice and tight. Put my feet in the chair position. And of course, I'm going to raise my ankles. Now, depending on your fitness level, you know, they may be closer to the ground, or the higher, the more challenging. And I'm going to try and do this for 30 seconds. So, those ankles are up. Focusing on those core muscles, really sucking that stomach in nice and tight. 10 seconds. 15. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, if you're doing those exercises with me, let's roll on over. Again, stretch those core muscles out. And relax. All right. Good job. Now we're going to transition